Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Milwaukee is in the building. I don't think I've ever said that. Huey V is in the building.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, my brother.
Appreciate you for having me, for a fact.
I think we got a stamp because I didn't get to say it in the freestyle, but I would like to make it publicly known that you were the first Milwaukee artist
first
to do
one
a freestyle.
on the radar, man. Put my city on the map, for a fact.
I appreciate you. And I would love for you to send me some Milwaukee artists after this who are hot in your city. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of what I've been doing with, like, whenever I got an artist from a new city that I'm not familiar with the whole music scene out there, I have them send me artists because, you know, we want to branch out. We want to show love to everybody. So I think that that's very important.
I got you, man. One that I give you a little look out to, OG Cuckoo Cow, man.
Right,
in
we
my
were talking
project.
about him a little bit,
yeah. First #1 from the city, so for a fact, yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Who else
you probably heard the song. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You probably heard the song.
And I just didn't realize the name.
Just didn't even realize it, man. Cuckoo Cow.
But you know, that happens a lot, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in any, like, you could also say that with, like, pop artists, hip-hop artists. Like, sometimes you might just know the song and you're just like, they'll say the name, will be like, who? And then they play, oh, yeah, you know what it is.
Oh, I heard this at Yeah, it happen all the time.
You've been hella busy out here in New York, bro.
Super. I just touched down at probably like, actually it was supposed to be like a 6 a.m. flight. I was in the airport till like 10 or something.
Last night?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
In Atlanta trying to get over here. Finally made it in at like 12 or something. Been on a run ever since.
That's crazy.
Yeah, straight from the airport right into the interview.
This your first time or not?
Nah, this is like my third time, but my first time on my promo run.
Okay, first time on the promo run for the project, because it's like before you did this, before you came here, you had like the you had an album listening at Rock, which is super fire.
Fire. A lot of people came out for that, man.
I know your album listening might have started some.
Oh yeah.
Started a little drama.
No, but we definitely was trying to set the platform for it, so it all makes sense. It fell in perfect timing.
No, I like how it was there, and then like the Jim Jones and Memphis stuff started going.
Perfect. I didn't even expect that. Yeah, you can see me surprised on the camera.
I was watching, cause I was watching a few people's stories like who were there, and I'm like, yo, man, this guy's just trying to have an album listening party.
Shout out to Big D, man, came through with the Swizz text.
Yes, shout out D, the weatherman. But man, I gotta say, like, so obviously I've heard the project. I want to get into that, but I kind of want to learn a little bit about how you started and all this. So how did this all begin for you?
To be honest with you, all right. So I started making music when I was like 16, but I first started writing poetry, and that's kind of what got me nice with the words.
Yeah.
So by the time I turned 16, I started rapping over just pretty much absolutely anything. But it was like Kanye's Power that made me go, all right, cool, I'm gonna be a rapper. When I heard Kendrick's Rigor Mortis, the instrumental, I was like, this is gonna make me start talking about my life. It was the jazz, like that's what made me kind of gravitate closer towards like pop and listen to like older artists and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I started doing my studying. By the time I turned like 18, 19, I dropped my first mixtape called Get Well Soon. Right after that, I dropped a single called No Regrets, and that's the one that Bleek heard. So when he gave me a call, I want to say probably like 2 weeks later or something like that, I was out in Miami, out in Florida.
Nice.
Took me out to the Rock Nation for the first time. That's when I first seen like, yo, y'all got like 6 Basquiats in here. Like, don't make no sense. But it took me out to the Blueprint room. I played all the music that I had before I even had like As Above and So Below. Played it out for Sherry, you know, the execs at the office and stuff like that. And then ever since then, it's been history in the making.
That's fire. So like, it wasn't like through no Instagram thing. He just heard the record and he gave you the call.
It's crazy. It kind of was Instagram a little bit.
Okay, it was
like,
Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. So like, he didn't reach out to me through Instagram. He directly called me and was like, yo, it's Bleek. I need 2 more records after he heard the No Regrets record. But before that, you know, Instagram can definitely be your best friend.
No, Instagram definitely is and being an artist in the social media age, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hear the story of like how Jack Harlow got signed, everything was through Instagram, shit like that.
I didn't even know it. I didn't even know that. But Shorty, it was a chick playing a song at a kickback. Okay. And it was an A&R that was at the kickback. He heard the record, reached out to her. She gave him my Instagram information. He tapped in with me. It was like, yo, just give me a chance. 6 months, I can make something happen. All right, cool. It's the beginning of the pandemic at the time. Pandemic just really pretty much broke off. So it's like, all right, cool. I'll give you a shot. Let's see what can happen. Came back 2 weeks later, Bleek on the line. I'm like, all right, cool. We gonna roll with it then. Divine timing, man. Divine timing.
So you're a pandemic baby.
Pandemic baby, yeah. Dropped my first project in the pandemic.
That's good. You got signed during a pandemic.
Yeah, pandemic hustling. I'm telling you.
That's dope.
It's been like 3 years in the making, trying to get this like all to finally get to where we at right now.
But that's kind of cool. Did you get signed over a Zoom meeting too?
Nah. It was in person. I got blessed.
Okay, see, like he's like the only artist from the pandemic who I've spoken to that got signed that actually got signed in person.
I pulled up on them and everything. They that's when they flew me out to the Nation. That's when I did my first little show. Yeah, that's what I like to call it, the Nation. Flew me out to the Nation. Did my first little played my music and everything in the Blueprint room. It was kind of like I don't know. It's interesting. It's like the energy was just right. Like the fact that I even landed in the Blueprint room for his first like project. I mean, not the Blueprint room. Maybe it was Reasonable Doubt. It was one of those.
So they got the rooms named after Ho's project?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Gas.
That's in Miami?
No, this is...
in New York. Okay. I've never been to the offices here in New York. That's why.
Fire. That's what they got 6 Basquiat's. Like, one downstairs as soon as you walk in, one upstairs as soon as you walk in. Like, this might be like non-disclosed information. I probably can't even tell people.
Well, now people know. So it happened.
It's fire, though. It's fire.
I like the concept of like as above, so below, right? And I mentioned like a little bit before the interview that I think that that's really dope because I've had a few artists on the show who've had like that kind of like cohesiveness from project to project where they kind of have like there's like a theme behind each project that all eventually like kind of tie in together.
Blend into each other.
Exactly, but for you, like, why as above, so below? Like, why the theming for that when it comes to like these first 2 projects from you?
I say it got a lot to do with like manifestation and a lot of the process that I went through in order to even get to the point of where I was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm gonna name it. Like sometimes you accidentally study some stuff or start to notice stuff, and it kind of leads you into whatever journey. Like so, when I started thinking about like the as above, so below, and reaching into it and stuff like that, just thinking about philosophies, manifestations, creating your reality like for yourself through just your ideas, the thought process first, and then you speak it into existence, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's kind of like what started the idea for as above. So like when I first started writing the songs, it was with the idea that, okay, cool, it's messed up outside right now. Like we got to make something happen. So I remember it was a point in time where before I even like moved out my crib to go out to Miami, I was like, all right, cool, I'm about to put it all on the line. Like I had a pretty decent crib too. I ain't gonna lie to you, like two bedroom townhouse and stuff like that. It was like, cool, but we gotta go full-fledged into this music if we really gonna make this actually happen. Like sometimes you gotta make sacrifices.
Facts.
Living out the whip for like, I wanna say probably like a month, 2 months before I actually got the call from Bleek to say, hey, yo, this is what we gonna make happen.
So you living out your car?
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you, like, it got real.
Wow.
Because it comes to a point where you like, all right, cool, I'm kind of half-stepping a little bit. Like, the life that we live in is super cool right now, but you gotta give up certain things when you're trying to get to where you're trying to get to. If you can't live uncomfortable for a year, for 2 years to try and get to that end and goal, then you probably just not built for this. Like for real. I remember seeing a story where Snap Dogg was talking about like his first time being brought out on tour by Dirt, that them boys ain't have a penny in their pocket, like broke. 27 people lapped up in one hotel room just on tour, but that was what gave them their break. So me putting my all into that, getting these records done, and just so happened to have a certain records that Bleek is looking for at the certain time that he needed. When I'm at crunch time, what? Divine timing. So that's kind of what started the as above theory. And then just in creating it, talking about like, you know, B&G and stuff like that, it became like a dedication. So as above kind of was like, it's built in manifestation, but also in like, and realization and awareness. Because without my homie even being there in my life, I probably wouldn't have certain songs to even write. And those songs are the same songs that gave me my opportunity. So it's like an ode. It's like an ode to the people that like got me here.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. And you also talking like that pain, putting on for your city, all that stuff like that, you know, like, and I like it. And I love like the covers on it too, because it varies reminiscent of like where you're from and you kind of like help bring people into like your world and where you're from. And honestly, I've never been to Milwaukee.
That's what I be trying to do. A lot of people in Milwaukee, it's weird. Like a lot of people in Milwaukee think you necessarily have to like leave in order to make something happen. But really, I think the thing that we're missing is bringing the world into our city, because it hasn't been wide painted. It hasn't, like, I mean, of course we got the Milwaukee Bucks, but they don't even want to let like the championships happen inside the city because how violent it is and stuff like that. Like I remember the last playoff run we had, the game before the last game we had, they shot up the whole Pfizer. So it's like, you know, sometimes we get the opportunities, but they take them from us. So anytime I get a chance to show the world like what's really going on outside of just the bad, I try to. You know, I got the 33rd Street, 32nd Street printed on both of my mixtapes, like trying to stamp it.
Right. That's interesting. That's interesting. I didn't even think about that. Like how how real it gets over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we right next to Chicago and Detroit. Like little brother, little sister type stuff. I think like 2 hours if I'm correct. Maybe like 4 to I'd probably say six from Detroit.
That's not that much at all.
Yeah, 6 from Detroit, 2 hours.
Do you feel like Chicago. It's kind of like an getting overlooked type of situation too sometimes?
I wouldn't even say it's getting overlooked. I think they get their decent buzz. It's another artist at QC signed from Milwaukee. Her name Lakea.
Oh, she was. She was. I did not know. I did this whole interview with her the other day.
But
I had
no
idea Lakea was from Milwaukee.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's a lot of artists that's like low key from the city, but they don't really stamp it the way that they need to stamp it. And I don't think it's. At first, I used to think, all right, cool. It's the music industry intentively trying to overlook the city. But seeing how like Rock Nation stamp me and stuff like that, seeing how Bleek stamped me Warehouse, they want me to put on for my city. They send me back to the city. Hey yo, go do da. Go pop up. Did the what was that called? The Brewers pitch, the first pitch.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up.
I don't even play baseball. Still make that
happen.
I
saw you training.
Like, yeah. Oh yeah. We made that happen.
I saw you training. I saw you. You did okay.
Oh yeah, I did pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie. The camera work worked out perfectly. Were
you nervous for that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't until I asked him. I was like, "Yo, so we get a practice pitch?" And she was like, "Nah, you just gotta go out there." And then that's when it clicked for me. Like, it's real. If you mess up, you're gonna look like 50 out there. That's look like 50 out there.
Nah, you can't go out like 50. But honestly, like, sometimes I feel like 50 did that on purpose. But,
no. It crossed my mind. You
think about it, like, what if I
could go viral right now? Like, yeah, it crossed my mind. But it was like, all right. We're going to do it the right way. Because they might bring me back.
Milwaukee artist, Huey V, throws the worst first pitch in the history of baseball.
I'm hitting somebody.
And then your streams
going up. Yeah, I thought about it. Like, it could play out like that.
But you did it good. You did a good first pitch.
Yeah, because I want them to bring me back.
Right, of course. Yeah. I don't think 50 ever went back. I'll be honest.
That second time, I can't bank on what's gonna happen that time. You feel me?
Right. Yo, he said the first time was for the optics, but the second time
you gotta win them over at first.
The second time, I'm turning my whole body and throwing it at the first baseline.
I'm throwing it at the camera, directly at the cameraman.
But that's cool. So they still let you go. Not let you. Obviously, you're gonna go back regardless. But you still go back and kind of do shit like that.
Yeah, they definitely show love and everything. They show love, but they just want me to put an emphasis on the city. And it make perfect sense because that's always been my agenda from the beginning. Like, it had been impossible for me to do it without everything that, happened in my city and everything. Because that's really what I put into my music. So, it's just, some people want to put the stamp on it, some people don't want to put the stamp on it, but I'm going to wear it on my back.
Fire, man. I love that. What's your relationship with Zoey Dollaz, too? How did y'all two first get into it? Was it on that Miami trip?
Yeah, it was in a Miami trip. I spent like 3 years out there.
Oh, did you spend the whole pandemic time out there then?
Basically, yeah, that's when they moved me out.
Oh, so you lived? I didn't know. When you said you went to Miami, I thought you was just out there. I didn't know you lived out there.
I lived out there for like 3 years.
My boy was living a good life.
I'm telling you, it'd be cool sometimes, but sometimes it'd be like, yo, I gotta check back into reality.
Right, yeah.
Like, going out so far, you see the palm trees, you see the water, you see the weather, like, it's fire. But at the same time, sometimes it can get unrealistic.
Of course.
Yeah. Like, your worries just be in the back of your mind type stuff like that. So sometimes I like to check in for the sake of the music.
Right.
Keep it as real, authentic as possible. But yeah, when I first went out there, I kept running into him at a Dominican food truck. Yeah, he stayed at the same Dominican food truck. We ran into each other at I'd probably say it was 3 a.m. or something like that. He'd be on there creeper vibes, nighttime prowling, after booby trap. That's the vibes. Yeah, pull up there after you super lit, or go to Mr. Jones or something like that. Come back out, go to the Dominican food truck, and they all be out there. But I ran into him the first time, and it was just on some regular vibes. He didn't really know who I was at the time. Second time I ran into him was at Hard Rock Hotel. Couldn't even remember my face, but he still showed the same love. So I'm like, yo, I low-key mess with Zoey, because even if he don't know me, even if he don't remember me, he still got the same energy.
Mad cool, yeah.
Yeah, mad cool dude. So by the third time that I met him, he was like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I just finished listening to the R.P. Benji record. I was like, oh, where? He was like, yeah, I was in the studio with Thug and everything. We ran that back 3-4 times. He's like, yo, that young nigga hard, he hard. I was like, oh, word, facts, that's hard. He was like, yeah, we gotta link in for a studio session. So we still been trying to make that happen, but he'd be over there in Haiti, stuff like that. So,
yeah, working on his food truck, his hibachi food truck thing that he got going on.
Fire.
Yeah, he was telling
I went to go visit it. Oh my God, fire.
Everybody who I've talked to this week about because I had him on Tuesday, and I've talked to a few people since then. I have a couple friends from Miami who live up here. I was talking. I was like, yeah, just as Zoey. They're like, did you talk about the food truck? I'm like, damn,
you gotta talk about the food truck.
I know the food truck is good. There was no doubt in my mind it was good.
Bussin'. I ain't gonna lie, it's bussin', it's hitting. Like when you can go to a hibachi food truck or just go to a food truck and the food don't sit on your stomach bad afterwards, then you know you eating some authentic food, like some real good food. I give it to them like
that's tough.
Bussin'. Yeah, it's bussin'.
Speaking of food, yo, what's your problem with people eating cheese, bro?
Oh, you seen that?
I did see
just
that.
Eating straight cheese is crazy to me.
Okay, like what? Just like a slice of cheese, or
just straight
about
cheese? Like you know how I'm from Wisconsin?
Yes.
They eat cheese.
Like OD.
Like I ain't gonna say OD in the city, but they do eat cheese. Like that's really a thing. It is a thing. Like cheeseheads is really a thing. Like I don't know how people just eat straight cheese. It's mad sour. I think black people are all lactose in some type of sort too. So like it just don't make sense to me how people just be eating cheese.
Like the cheese in the can thing, and then like the movie theater cheese don't make no sense to me.
No. Cheese in can fire.
Cheese in can not fire.
Cheese in can fire. On a Ritz cracker.
Okay, a little bit. That's
come on now, but not just regular.
But the movie theater cheese is nasty. Oh, regular cheese slices?
Yeah, cheese slices nasty. Like cold American cheese on a burger. Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't mind like cold mozzarella cheese as much.
Mozzarella's
alright, but cold American cheese is kind of crazy.
Cold American cheese is nasty, especially when it's from Wisconsin. Thick white slices, like just.
I feel like when you're a kid, it's like cool, and then like you grow up, and then you get like your taste buds, and you like. This
trash.
Shit nasty.
It's super trash.
Put this shit on a burger and like or some shit. Literally, and call
you
it
gotta
a fucking
put it on
day.
something. But people just be eating slices of cheese, just cheese, like in Wisconsin.
I was like, my boy out here on Twitter talking shit about people eating cheese. And shit.
I don't know how they do it, bro. I don't know how they do it. Or cheese pizza, just regular cheese pizza. I can't do it.
Regular cheese pizza.
I can't. I hate cheese.
Now you talking fucking crazy.
I hate. Cheese
Are you one
pizza.
of the people who takes the cheese off the pizza?
Nah, I leave the cheese on the pizza, but it gotta have pepperoni on top.
Okay.
Or bacon bits or some shit.
But like regular cheese pizza.
Regular cheese pizza, I can't do it. My stomach be messed up every time.
Okay, well, yeah, because
every time my stomach be messed up.
I think you just really lactose intolerant, bro.
Nah, but I ain't lactose, though. I ain't lactose. Because I can drink milk.
But your stomach gets upset from just a regular cheese pizza?
It's just cheese. I can't do cheese.
You can do dairy, but you can't do cheese.
Yeah, a little bit. Too much dairy be having me like. Out of here. I gotta get out of here. Over with. Done.
Well, damn. Okay. Yeah. Well, aside from the food talk, what are you working on right now? What's kind of going on? You know, we got the project out now. What's next for you? What's going on?
I got So Below. So Below is out right now, 7 for 7. You know, a sequel to my first EP, As Above, for a fact. I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably, I don't know, man. The first one was my baby. But the second one is the one that you can run absolutely anywhere. Like, it's a song for absolutely every single vibe.
It's super hard. I fuck with the
it's a song for every single vibe. You want to go out, go ahead, put on Bygones. You chilling with a chick, go ahead, put on 488. Like, you in your chest because your chick just left you, go ahead, put that feelings on. It's a record for absolutely everything. Like,
word. Well, what's next? What's after this?
We got shows. We got shows coming up. One in LA, June 24th. Heading back to Wisconsin for Summerfest.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be fire. That's on June 2nd, if I'm correct. We got, new videos coming up. Probably be planning a tour or something like that. 2023, if we can. 2022, and it's either probably between Sada Baby or B.O.B. or something like that.
Yeah. Do you said you want to do like another dual type of album situation?
Yeah. Hopefully another 2-piece. If I don't, then it'll probably be like the full project. Like if I do a big body album work, then it'll probably be that. But I want to do 2 more pieces. So Within, As Within, So Without.
So wait, say that again.
So Within, As Without.
So Within, As Without.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
It's like double disc type stuff.
Word.
Yeah,
but like actually separate projects type shit. Oh no, that would actually be a double disc.
It'd be a double disc probably.
Okay.
That way.
I fuck with that.
Yeah, it'd probably be a double disc or something like that. Just so they ain't gotta wait so long in between. Like I enjoy putting my music out in small spurts, type of stuff like that. Because then you really get to sit with the music.
You get to ingest it better. Yeah, I would say that like the 7-track, 10-track projects are always the best.
It's cool.
You can ingest everything.
I think Kanye kind of got everybody just adjusted to it a little bit. Yeah, you feel me?
Yes.
Yeah, Kanye got everybody adjusted to it.
The Pusha T album that he did with him. That's like the perfect 7 tracks. You don't need to add no more. Like that's good. I'm good.
I messed with the Tiana Taylor one too.
She added one more though. She had 8.
She had another one.
She had 8.
She broke them all. He ever do one with Designer?
No, he never did one with Designer. Had an album, but
what happened to Designer, bro? What happened to Designer? I used to mess with Designer.
He still be out.
He
still be out and around.
He in New York?
I don't know. He be around though.
I gotta find Designer. Someone find Designer for me.
Someone find Designer for us, please.
Someone find Designer.
All right, so As Above, So Below, out now. Another dual album on the way. Possibly.
Yeah, allegedly. Singles
on the way.
Yeah, I got something that's gonna set New York on fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Tough.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I got something that's gonna set New York on fire for a fact. We probably gonna drop that after like these videos come out.
Word.
Yeah, it's going up.
Well, I'm excited for that, man. Thank you so much for killing the freestyle. One take, Jay. My man bodied that shit.
Yeah.
First ever Milwaukee artist to hop on the radar freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Show him some love, give him his credit. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Putting on for his city.
Yeah.
Before we sign off here for the day, let the people know where they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let them know? This camera right here.
On the radar, Huey V, 414 in the building. Make sure you follow me at IG, Twitter, Facebook, absolutely every single platform. Who is Huey V? On streaming platforms, Huey V. Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, absolutely everything. But shout out to Tidal because Tidal be showing love. Yeah,
yo, Huey V. On the radar. Go follow him. Go run those projects out now. Show him some support. Show him some love. Both those things are free.
It's going up, man. 414 coming to take over for a fact. I'm in the East Coast right now, but we finna head out to the West Coast, out to LA, take that over real quick. But I'm gonna spin back, man. I gotta spin back for a fact. I'm gonna drop some singles. We gonna make it happen.
Appreciate you, bro, man. Make sure, like you heard him. He's taking over.
We're gonna make it happen.
Go check out all the music.
I'm gonna come back with another freestyle, man.
Oh, part 2 on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Part 2 for the projects, part 2 for the freestyles, all coming soon. Go run up that freestyle. That's out now. Go run up the projects. Till next time, Huey V on the radar. My guy.
Out.
Love.